Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game 1, the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-email match against AsuRob. He's the Allied Commander, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. Now the 1st of May 42, no Japanese invasion bonus more, and there was a dot base flipping in China. Not so sure how this can happen, but yeah, maybe only temporary. More night strikes, and there's a hit on my cargo ship. Luckily it's only a 250-pound bomb, so 100 kilo and a little more. And I can down a Blenheim. Of course, I still try to get rid of the submarines around Maya, but yeah, that's simply too many. And every day there are 2 wildcats coming, sweeping and fighting with me. Yeah, I'm not sure who's winning this war. Hudson's trying something here. And yeah, overall not a lot of activity. And here's my invasion of the Cocos Island. And there is a hit on my destroyer. Luckily it's a small hit. I think only 75 millimeter. They don't really write what. I have much more casualties here now unloading because I don't. Not sure, I think this is also related to the amphibious assault bonus. Not only can you unload better, you can also maybe unload safe or something like this. And I'm try here some bombardment at Suva to see how is the situation on the enemy side. I have here 2 divisions, so it's enough to hold the position, but it's never enough to crash the allies, so I must starve them out. And battle leads source of Xi'an. I try to now open the highway from the north and south at the same time. This is my shock attack on Cocos Island because it's a atoll, and there's only this coastal gun battalion. Okay, good. Overall really not too active, but they had a lot of action before. Maybe we'll have soon much more action around the map. One-to-one air losses, so the flag kill Cylon, and I lost the Jake again. The pilot is fine, and because I'm here at pilots I can check I have now 3 double aces, and a bunch of other pilots with ace status. Some are killed, some are missing, some are wounded in action, but overall I would say a bunch of pilots with good experience. There was the sinking sound? No. There was this 2 informations, but I really don't know what to do with them. I hear nothing these last days. Because it's now the beginning of May, I can maybe check what the ground reinforcements I have. I normally don't check it at all, because what is coming on map is coming on map. And you can see this is the air wings coming. It is similar. It is based on scenario 1 with some modifications because of the mod scenario. But if I see really a big changes, I don't know. Some equipment is coming, but this is already October. So the next 30 days I get a fighter wing, dive bomber wing, a fighter wing, a dive bomber wing, and a torpedo wing. And you can see this is based on a carrier, okay, and these are independent units. Ships availability, if I really only care carriers, you can say carrier. This is a second Unio class carrier. They are here much better than in scenario 1, mainly because they have the high cruise speed. Plus, you get already very early a carrier with radar, air search radar. So get more reaction time for your cap. So that is for Japan, I think, nice to have. The rest is still running, so I always push from behind everything in 43. Escort carriers, there's only one under construction. It's a good one, but it's only one. Not much to talk about it. Battleships, I hold them all still, mainly because I want to wait that they reach the Yamatos must reach May 43 because of the surface search radar, that you can hit something also at night and better at daytime. And this one they're getting the upgrade in August 43, so I paused them. Simply I'm not really a fan of this kind of heavy surface ships to build in 42. Is normally waste of material. If I had the points, I would invest much more in this heavy cruisers. But at the end, even this is not important. Important are really most, at least for me, carriers and destroyers. So again, nothing really changed. You can see there's one destroyer coming, then a little more. And I push normally only the better destroyers with radar. Everything what have no radar, I will not push. My losses on destroyers are maybe high, but acceptable. Nothing else is really coming here for the Navy. Submarines are all on hold. I never build submarines. If I have something else to choose from, why I won't have submarines. And auxiliary ships, there's nothing more. Mine ships, this is all not more Navy construction, so you can build them, it doesn't matter. I get here some of this maybe useful DMS. You can later change to escorts. They can hunt some subs. They have acceptable range, let's say this. And patrolcraft is, I think I talked about this already. So you get these 3 points escort ships. They are fine, they are long range, they are good anti-submarine. This is what you need. I need hundreds of them at the end normally. You only don't know how many I really built. You can see there's also some of this 9 point, but it only looks like 2. If I don't miss it. But you can see the amount of escort ships Japan is building, and this is good. This is a shitty one because of only 1 point. Yeah. So, but I don't know what is this really. Then from summer 44. That is maybe a new type, maybe heavy escort ships. I don't know how you want to call it, because 9 points for escort, that is crazy expensive. This is like a top tier destroyer. But what I get for this? Less range, no better speed, only 12 centimeter guns, single mount. I really don't know what is this. Up to now I was not able to find out where is the money going, why I pay so much money for this kind of ship, why I have a 2,200 ton destroyer class ship. I don't get it. It's maybe more a cargo ship than an escort. This could be the reason. I don't know. It's waste. Don't build it. 3. That is a much better ship. You pay only a third for similar or better equipment. Yeah. The escort is an escort and not a cargo ship. And motor launchers are, of course, always motor launchers. I never use them because they are for pure defense. And more is not fine. And you can, there's the HR, you can also forget them, why I won't build them, but I will build them and never touch them. And yeah. Goodie. Anything else? Mine ships, yeah, I had this. Some tankers are coming. There's some good tankers coming. Here, this is this. They're not the biggest tankers, but they are really already fat with 11,500 ton capacity. What do you want more? The smaller one are also not so bad with 8,000. And there are dozens of ships you can convert from cargo ships to tankers. So there's normally not a real issue, I think, for Japan with tankers. Maybe it is more an issue with oilers. But you can convert tankers to oilers. And then there's the question, you really need oilers? I don't really use them too much. If you have enough skills and you are in defense, I think oilers are really more for long distance surprise strikes. Something like this. If you are in the offensive, you need them. If you are in the defense, I think it's not so important. APDs, there's a 7-point ships, also expensive. So this is more like a second-class destroyer, but similar issue. They are more cargo and troop transport ships than anything else. Yeah, they can attack submarines, but the firepower is so oof. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I can talk a little about my industry stuff. You can see that my engine production is ramping up still. I reached 500 bonus for 31, 32, 33, but I barely enough produce 33s. I consume them all for my airframe anti. But also 34 is finished, and of course 35. So all engines are in bonus. It's 1st of May, everything is in bonus. That should be for every player the goal. If there's any AND based need for this. So I have some one factory more or less for M4, 2 factories for M5. This was more or less a mistake. I realized it's too late that I had. This was normally the roof fighter. I had it on 10. I won't only have a very small amount, but a steady production of roof fighters. But I had it on upgrade on, and then it was switching. You cannot switch back. And the rest is more or less what you can see here. Nothing too special. I don't push too much Oscars. I have some in pool, but 50 to 100 I want in pool and not more. This is not an airframe I really push in this game. And I try to increase non-stop the output of Helens, but I cannot push it faster. I only have 1 factory, but it's enough. You need 1 or 2 months to ramp up the production, but latest in June, July, I have here 100 or maybe later 150 Helens per month coming offline or online. And this is far enough. I can never train enough pilots to feed all this potential. new aircraft. And A&D, yeah, you can see I'm now at 4 mg. I think this is yeah, G is always land-based. Here's the M5. I must produce first the M5B. I will not produce it, but I must finish the A&D. So then I can switch to the M8. This allows me later to switch the production for free. If I don't have the A&D for this for the B, I cannot switch the production for free to the M8. Good. And the rest is still coming. The Q, G3 is also, that is more or less the same like a M3. It's only that you have a radar and MAD for sub-hunting equipment at the same time in the same airframe. So you don't must build different airframes, one for anti-submarine and then one for anti-shipping. Tojo is coming, but it still needs some time. Here I will go directly for 2C. Everything else I will skip. And I also go for the NIC-D. The NIC-D is the early night fighter without radar. Because even in this mod you don't get the radar before June 44. So I only need the airframe, I don't have the radar anyway. So why I want to develop a radar carrying airframe. And the LM2B, so this is the last of the production line. Once I'm finished the A&D, I can change all of these factories to something else. And fully, and also heavy focus on Tonys, because you can get out of this key 100, and the key 100 in this mod is really useful. It's better than the Tojo, but it's never so good like of the key 48. But you can see, up to now I have no airframe on key 84. I simply try this, and really I want to see how much it is really slower if I only go now for airframes maximum of 43. I don't go for anything what is 44. It's only a test for me. How much time I really lose if I first switching factories in late summer of 42 for airframes built or normally first arriving in 44, 45. Because if your arriving date is less than 12 months, so far I understand this, it's much more likely that you get a score hit and can finish the factories much faster to start production. But yeah, always testing something new and then consider if it's really useful. Only because it's working, I don't say that it's useful or it's better. It's only the other way. Good, then see you next time. Take care, bye bye.